our Latin collateral, we visited the Greek and Roman art gallery located in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The one artwork that stood out to us immediately was the marble sarcophagus of Dionysos and the Seasons. It was created around 200 AD. Dionysos was the god of wine, divine intoxication, and revelry. In this funerary artwork, he is depicted on a panther with a glass of wine. Surrounding him are the four seasons in cyclical order, from left to right. They are winter, spring, summer, and autumn.
In addition to Dionysus, this colossal sarcophagus illustrates personifications of the four seasons as men, which was unusual because the seasons were normally portrayed as women. In cyclical order, winter, spring, summer, and autumn are seen standing with objects that signify their respective season. Winter is clenching dead ducks because he has just returned from hunting. Spring is depicted by the basket of flowers. To the right, summer is holding wheat and grass, representing harvest and agriculture. Lastly, autumn is clutching a cornucopia, which is representative of food, prosperity, and abundance. Ultimately, the entire presentation shows the periodic changing of seasons and the beauty and rebirth. The left side of the sarcophagus portrays Mother Earth leaning on the ground, accompanied by fruit-bearing men and a satyr. Satyrs were lustful, drunken woodland gods. In Roman art, they were represented as men with goats' ears, tails, legs, and horns. The right side of the sarcophagus depicts a bearded man who is possibly a river god. Two winged youths are standing beside him. They are believed to represent 2 additional seasons.
This is the rear view of the sarcophagus. Typically, sarcophagi are pushed against the wall, so sculptors usually only carve on 3 surfaces of the marble slab. This particular sarcophagus has 3 holes in the back, which leads scientists to assume that the sarcophagus was previously hung up or elevated. The back of the sarcophagus also has a protruding slab, which is evidence that the sarcophagus was formerly abandoned and trashed. The marble sarcophagus came to the Metropolitan Museum from the collection of the Dukes of Beaufort and was previously displayed in the Badminton House in England. An inscription on the unfinished back of the sarcophagus records that it was installed there in 1733.
When we first entered the Greek and Roman gallery in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, this highly elaborate and well-preserved Roman marble sarcophagus immediately caught our attention. The amount of artistic skill and precision needed to create this divine piece of art left us awestruck. Every detail was carved out of only one giant block of marble. We learned that the largest protrusion of marble detailing was 5 inches from the base of the stone slab. We were confused as to how the immense sarcophagus could be supported by 4 black marble spheres. Later, upon closer examination, we realized that the 4 marble spheres were for decoration only, and there were steel beams supporting the sarcophagus on the stand. When looking at the sarcophagus from the bird's eye point of view, the sarcophagus appears to be a colossal tub used by Romans for bathing or washing purposes. However, we eventually learned that this artwork was a sarcophagus that was just missing its original lid.
Ars longa, vita brevis. Art is long, life is short. These words of Herodotus reflect the timelessness of classical myths in art.
Dionysus is the mythical god of wine, and he is seen in the sarcophagus. Art is timeless because it relates to people of all generations all around the world. The sarcophagus was created around 260 AD, yet today it still stands as an echo of the past, and people continue to admire its refined craftsmanship.
Life is fleeting, but art is forever.